Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I don't know where you're watching this particular video from. Kisumu is fine. Last week, the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, was in Gatundu South, right at the gate of President Uhuru Kenyatta's father. And the Deputy President made a passionate appeal to the President to support him. And that even if the President is not willing to support him, the President should not support Raila Odinga. And the Deputy President at the same time used the occasion to request Ngina Kenyatta, or to remind Ngina Kenyatta about the prayer she made for them in Gatundu South in the last general election. And he also requested Ngina Kenyatta and the Kenyatta family to support his bid for the presidency. And over the weekend, Ngina Kenyatta attended a funeral of one of their relatives. And she used that occasion to respond to the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto. Ngina Kenyatta, instead of supporting the Deputy President, requested the residents of Gatundu South and the Mount Kenya in general to rally behind President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. And in my view, that move by Ngina Kenyatta is significant politically speaking. It's significant for four main reasons. Number one, Ngina Kenyatta is a former first lady, actually the first lady we had in this country. And therefore, her endorsement of Raila Odinga and the fact that she refused to endorse William Samoei Ruto is important. So that's number one. Number two, Ngina Kenyatta is President Uhuru Kenyatta's mother. So which means you can easily now conclude that the Kenyatta family are likely to rally behind Raila Odinga's bid for the presidency. It was expected that some of them were going to support William Ruto. But the mere fact that Uhuru Kenyatta's younger brother has been supportive of Raila Odinga, the mother is also now supportive of Raila Odinga, the others have also indicated their willingness to support Raila Odinga, means that the Kenyatta family are now fully behind Raila Odinga. Number three, it is also significant because William Ruto personally mentioned Ngina Kenyatta when he toured Gatundu. Probably if he had not mentioned Ngina Kenyatta by name, probably she would not have endorsed Raila Odinga the way she did over the weekend. So it's important. And now the fourth thing, which is also very important, is the fact that Ngina Kenyatta was the one who negotiated for the deal between Ruto and Uhuru. It is alleged, for those who follow politics, it is alleged that at the peak of 2017 general election, 2013, the Deputy President was torn between supporting Raila Odinga and supporting Uhuru Kenyatta. Majority of William Ruto supporters had wanted the Deputy President to support Raila Odinga based on age. So at some point, the DP was almost agreeing to support Raila Odinga. Then Ngina Kenyatta came with billions and they bought William Ruto's support. And that's why there's always the talk that President Uhuru Kenyatta is not supporting the DP because they bought that support. So Ngina was actually right at the center of William Ruto's politics and President Uhuru Kenyatta's politics in 2013 and 2017. And because of those four reasons, the endorsement, in my view, is significant. But what does this mean? If you listened very closely to what Ngina Kenyatta was trying to say, she was saying several things. The first thing which came out of her speech was the endorsement of Raila Odinga. The fact that the Moi family, Kenyatta family, are now fully supportive of Raila Odinga is something which, in my view, is significant for Raila Odinga. During his entire political career, the Kenyatta family and the Moi family have never supported Raila Odinga. That's the honest truth. They've never. This is going to be the first time they're supporting Raila Odinga. And because Moi ruled for almost 24 years, Kenyatta ruled for 12 years, then Uhuru has ruled now for another 10 years, and all of these people are now supporting Raila Odinga. It's a very big boost for Raila Odinga's politics, especially his bid of becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya. These families have the money, these families have the power, and these families have the influence. There are people in this country who made it in life because of the Kenyatta family. In Rift Valley, I'm told you can count all the billionaires. Most of them made their money because of the Moi factor. So Moi family played a huge role in creating billionaires in the larger Rift Valley. Mzee Kenyatta created billionaires in the larger Mount Kenya region. So it will be easy for these guys to consolidate resources and pump into Raila Odinga's campaign. So that endorsement is significant in that way. The other thing which came out of her speech is the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta cannot mislead the Kikuyu nation. So what is she trying to tell the people or the Kikuyu nation? My interpretation is that this lady is telling them that Uhuru Kenyatta is the president of the Republic of Kenya. In fact, she used an analogy of a person seated under a tree is the one who understands or who knows the kind of insects are around the area. So like, you know, there are trees, there are those worms, there are insects which normally come off the tree. So if you are seated under the tree, you are the only person who can tell. So he was telling the Kikuyu nation that it is President Uhuru Kenyatta who understands why he's supporting Raila Odinga, and he cannot mislead the Kikuyu nation. If you ask me, that's a heavy statement coming from former First Lady. And again, Uhuru Kenyatta was supported by the entire Mount Kenya region. I don't think these people will not listen to what the First Lady is telling them. These people have their supporters, even if they are few. So in my view, that's something which came out, that it's Uhuru Kenyatta cannot mislead the Kikuyu nation. The other thing which came out, in my view, is the fact that Mama Ngina Kenyatta is very clear and very categorical that the fallout between the Deputy President and President Uhuru Kenyatta was caused by none other than the Deputy President, William Samoei Arap Ruto. And according to her, President Uhuru Kenyatta meant well and didn't have any problem with the Deputy President. But after the handshake, the Deputy President started abusing President Uhuru Kenyatta, started insulting the President and even the family. In fact, she was like, politicians who insult others just shows how they were brought up. And the fact of the matter is that she's trying to tell the Kikuyu nation that they have been accusing President Uhuru Kenyatta of betraying the DP. Well, that's not the case. It's the Deputy President who betrayed President Uhuru Kenyatta. She didn't go far, but I can predict where she was headed. What most people have been saying, that Ruto wanted to impeach President Uhuru Kenyatta. So as a president, what do you do if someone wanted to impeach you? The only thing you can do is to remove them. And that's what he did. So he's telling the Kikuyu nation that Uhuru never had any bad intention with the DP. It's the DP who betrayed President Uhuru Kenyatta. But what is the political implication of that endorsement by Mama Ngina Kenyatta of Raila Odinga? Or let me put it, why do you think Mama Ngina has decided not to support William Samoei Arap Ruto, a man she prayed for, a man she campaigned for, a man who supported the son, a man, I mean, there is nothing you can't say between Ruto and Mama Ngina Kenyatta, because in 2013 they were very tight. 2017 again tight until they fall out. What is the political implication now? In my view, there are several political implications, and I'm going to mention only three. The first implication, in my view, is that that statement by Mama Ngina Kenyatta is likely to sway the undecided. In the larger Mount Kenya region, majority of supporters, majority of voters are supporting William Ruto. Then there are some who support Raila Odinga. At some point, William Ruto was enjoying the support of over 85%. The latest opinion polls is giving William Ruto something like 60 something. So which means, and Raila Odinga's tallies actually increased a bit. So there's a new trend where majority of people moved from supporting Ruto to undecided. So these people who moved to undecided are waiting for several other factors to finally make their choice. One of the factors they're waiting for is Uhuru Kenyatta's endorsement, which has happened, and immediately it happened, you've seen Raila Odinga's figures going up. So the fact that Ngina Kenyatta has finally decided to embrace Raila Odinga will sway majority of the people who are undecided. Because power attracts people, they will assume that the Kenyatta's family are enjoying power, and that power is likely to move to Raila Odinga's side, and therefore, that's where they should go. So it's going to influence the undecided. Number two, that speech, in my view, was an emotional appeal to the Kikuyus. It was intended to prick the hearts of the Kikuyu nation. Why do I say that? He's endorsing Raila Odinga. He's telling these people that Uhuru Kenyatta cannot mislead the central people. He cannot mislead them. And she's also telling them that the fallout was never caused by Uhuru. That fallout was caused by the deputy president. So in my view, emotional support. And lastly, I think Ngina Kenyatta is also indirectly addressing the issue of the oathing. Moses Kuria invoked the issue of 1969 oath. He invoked it. Where? In Gatundu South, right at the gate of Jomo Kenyatta. So Ngina Kenyatta, who was by that time alive, is now coming out and telling these people that he is supporting Raila Odinga. What does that tell you? Ngina Kenyatta is addressing the issue of the oathing. Moses Kuria, over the weekend, while in Muranga, in the same Kiambu, through a post on Facebook, was very categorical that Uhuru Kenyatta cannot undo that oath alone. So the mother is now coming out. If Uhuru cannot undo it, the mother is coming out and telling them that Raila Odinga is the person we are going to vote for. I don't know what to think, but that's my take. Thank you guys for taking your time to watch the video. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.